Hello there! This is LEGO Dynasty, and today I'm bringing you guys my review of the LEGO Marvel Spider-Man, Spider-Man vs. Sandman Final Battle. It is set number 76280, comes with 347 pieces, is rated ages 10 and up. Now this set retails in the United States for $37.99 and in Canada for $49.99. Now without further ado, let's kick off this review, starting with the box. Now taking a look at the box, you can see obviously the set is inspired fully by Spider-Man No Way Home, as you can see on the side with the Tom Holland, Andrew Garfield, and Tobey Maguire Spider-Man on the side there. Very awesome. You have, of course, Sandman with Electro, the Lizard, and, of course, Tom Holland Spider-Man dueling it out in this set, which is pretty awesome, especially since they weren't able to include it in the other Spider-Man No Way Home set that this set actually can connect to. Now, over here on the back, you can see some of the play features with Sandman's arm being able to hold Spider-Man, some of the different formats or variations you can place, some of the parts to have, I guess, action shots with Electro and the Lizard, which is pretty nice, and showing how you can, pop the Lizard out and take him down, which doesn't show on the box, but actually shows inside the set how it can connect to the other Spider-Man No Way Home set. Quickly taking a look at the manual, of course, rendered image, which has become the standard practice here for LEGO manuals. Now, like I said, inside the back of the box, it actually shows where you can connect this set to this other set. As you can see here, it looks very awesome with the Statue of Liberty head with Sandman sticking out of it, as in this set it only has Sandman's hand, and it looks a lot different than what we got here. So, really cool that they revisited and actually found a way to combine the sets, and I will show how that is done as we get through the review. But that is, of course, 76261 that you can combine these sets to, which is a really awesome sort of optional expansion pack, essentially. Now, of course, we have the extra pieces of this set, and you're left with a decent assortment, I guess. Like, nothing too special, but it's all free LEGO that you can add to your collection. Some nice tan pieces, studs, and tiles and whatnot. And of course an extra one of these web sort of things. Sometimes it's used to represent magic. In this case, it's used to represent Spider-Man's webs, which you can of course give to him, but if you want him swinging, he has to have a free hand, so that's why I have it in the extra piece bag that I have here. Now we'll start off with the least exciting figure included in the set, and that is Electro, and he's the least exciting simply because he is the exact same one we get in the other Spider-Man No Way Home set. And personally, even though it wouldn't make canonical sense, I actually wish we got a different character, perhaps a Happy Hogan figure, or my personal preference, a J. Jonah Jameson from Spider-Man No Way Home figure included in this set. Just my personal preference, because then, you would have had, rather than having an extra figure, which I just think doesn't really make sense. Like, in the end, it doesn't really matter. Like, you're getting an extra Tom Holland Spider-Man, but with the villain characters, I wish we got something different including this set. Let me know your guys' thoughts on that. Are you okay with getting an extra Electro? Like, don't get me wrong. Like, this is a pretty decent Electro figure. Great torso and leg printing. No side arm or side leg printing, though, unfortunately. You can see with the hairstyle that it shows, also does not have a double-sided face, but you can take off his head and reveal the back printing, which again is also pretty nice, as you can see there. Like, don't get me wrong, this is still a very good LEGO figure. It's just the exact same of the version that we got in the other set, which does make sense, as why would they be different since it's from the same scene. I think I would have liked getting a different figure, even though still overall pretty good minifigure, just exactly the same, which is to be expected with Spider-Man. But if you of course do not have the other Spider-Man set, maybe this is a huge selling point, being able to get Electro in a set like this. So let me know your guys' thoughts on that in the comments below. Our next character is the Lizard, and overall, like, definitely a good choice to have including this figure. I definitely feel like he was the main missing piece in the other Spider-Man No Way Home set, but I just feel like they really dropped the ball on this figure. Like, maybe if they gave him, a headpiece, a molded headpiece that, like, made it larger. Like, just having it basically be a standard minifigure, I feel really does disservice to this figure, unfortunately. Like, I still think the printing detail is very nicely done on this character. I just feel like it should have had, you know, a piece that covers his head that makes him a little bit bigger, especially with the mouth, you know. Like having one of those, you know, molded T-Rex heads, you know, that you get in with, like, the minifigure series, like something like that just would go over top and just give him a little bit more, I guess, you know, size, essentially. Still, good that they finally made this as a figure, and yeah. Our final minifigure included in this set is Tom Holland's Spider-Man, and this is a absolutely gorgeous minifigure, exactly the same as the one we got in the other set, but still, very nice figure with the black, red, and gold. Definitely really like this Spider-Man suit in the film, and in LEGO it really looks sharp as well. Now, unlike the other set, you do not get an extra head and hairpiece to represent Tom Holland without his mask, which is fine, I guess, in a set like this. Definitely was an add feature of the other set to get the Spider-Mans without heads without, you know, the mask, essentially. But in this case, you're just left with Spider-Man with his mask on. Now, taking a look at the overall build of the Sandman, and this is pretty nice minifigure, or not minifigure, but build overall. Now, of course, just like how the other set only had the hand, this one is missing his legs as it's sort of built into the ground, and it's definitely just a victim of, you know, having to be sized down to really make it work as a set. Like, because obviously we see Sandman in that film, and he is absolutely massive, and it just would be very difficult for LEGO to do a figure or representation of that as well as they probably would want to. I still think overall what they came up with is pretty good, and I especially love that, again, you can combine it with the other set if you so choose. Now, taking a look at some of the extra detail here, you have, you know, the Doctor Strange portal, which is pretty nice, and particularly based on the image, it seems to represent the scene where, you know, the lizard goes and chases Ned and MJ inside the laboratory, and then hops back out of the portal, back where the main battle is happening with the other characters as he's chasing them, and then gets distracted by one of the Spider-Men. So definitely nice to have that representation in this set, hence why they have Lizard jumping out of the portal. You also have this nice scaffolding on the side here that is exactly the same build as what we got in the other set, so nice to see that attention to detail, because in years past, you know, even if it was meant to connect, they might have these sets be slightly different and it just wouldn't work next to each other. In this case, it really does, which I'm very happy to see. You get some extra detail with what I assume to be a fire extinguisher there. You, of course, have studs, so you can place some of the figures on top of it, which is definitely pretty nice. Taking a look at Sandman, you have this very nice printed piece to represent his face, which looks pretty good. You have some, or yeah, you basically have a 360-degree movement. It's sort of blocked by these plates at times, but overall you can get him to move fully. With the arms, you do have decent opposability as well, and like it showed on the box, you can, of course, maneuver the hands so they can close around Spider-Man. Just a little bit fun to do one-handed there as he loses his web, but you can see how pretty well there, and definitely can get it stronger. Just a little bit fun to do that one-handed. Same with this other arm, you have opposability and can probably hold, like the other side is definitely a little bigger, but you can probably fit a character. We'll just grab the lizard here and just try and get him held in there. And as you can see, like, you can sort of get it to work, but maybe it'll work better with Spider-Man. Yeah, maybe not. But with some finagling, I'm sure you could fit a figure into that hand as well, but generally it's meant to be on this side, just with the bigger fingers. Overall, not a whole lot of playability necessarily, and like no sort of exploding function. You can, of course, attach Spider-Man to his webs and fling him about as you see fit, you know. basically. But overall, this is kind of a nice little fun display element set in my mind. Definitely not like the most play actiony set, but just an added bonus that you can combine with the other set. And that's, to me, that's its biggest selling point, is the expansion element of the set, being able to combine it with the other set. So let's show that off. So here we have the Spider-Man Final Battle set, which is the other Spider-Man No Way Home set that they released after the fact, as of course the set was, or the film was, you know, even though there was a lot of leaks, you know, they still wanted to hide stuff in the marketing. So inside this head, you have this rather lackluster Sandman hand, as you can see in there. Like if we're being honest, like it was a nice nod, but it's definitely like a little disappointing that that's all they could do. So what you can do is you pop out the hand itself, which is just on this, you know, little stud piece and clip piece here, as you can see, and there's a lot more room on the inside there. And basically what you do is you grab the Sandman body from this set and you just pull up. Very easy. The set is stable, as you can see. Right in there is where the Sandman body sits inside. So very, very simple. You grab Sandman and you just sort of have to do some maneuvering around just so he fits in as well as possible. So that was a little bit harder than I was expecting it to be, and the reason for that is there's actually this little stud or sort of piece there, that tan piece there, and basically that's supposed to come off with the Sandman when you take it out, but unfortunately got stuck, and that made it very difficult to fit our Sandman body inside the head of the Statue of Liberty, unfortunately. So I actually had to grab one of the extra pieces in order to just get it raised enough to fit the Sandman on. And overall, you can only really put him in two different orientations in terms of how you angle him. So you have him facing this way, or you can flip him the other way, as I lose my trusty stud that helped me accomplish this. So I'll just grab it. So I just grabbed this as one of the extra pieces, unfortunately, as there's supposed to be a part on here, but it's stuck on the other set and just wasn't able to get it out. But hopefully I'll be able to get him in faster than I was last time, as I knock off Electro from the other set. But as you can see, you now have him on the body there, and that's basically how it's supposed to go. You can only put him in the two different orientations. You can't have him face any other way, just with how the Statue of Liberty head was built. But it's still pretty nice to have him on the other set. Just I was hoping the set would combine a bit easier than it did. Like overall, it wasn't too difficult, just having to grab a random extra part. If you have one of these sort of pieces here that perhaps may stay in when you pull out your Sandman, you can of course attach it to the other, to this one when you move it over, depending on how you want to orientate it. I'm probably going to have this set still with the other one. I'm not planning to keep these combined necessarily, but it's still nice that you have that ability. Just definitely the execution of that isn't the greatest. The LEGO Spider-Man vs. Sandman Final Battle is a nice expansion to the LEGO Spider-Man Final Battle set that I just showed off, but overall is definitely a little bit lacking in some play functionalities simply due to it basically only being an expansion set. I'm still really happy they made this set, though I feel like had they just included the lizard and something a little bit extra that you could have added originally to the other set to represent Sandman, perhaps they wouldn't have even needed to make this set. This just feels like another way for them to get an extra, you know, basically 40 US, 50 Canadian dollars on another set that was already 100 US and 130 Canadian dollars. Perhaps had they included this already essentially in the other set with the lizard character and something like this body already built that you could already add to the other Spider-Man Final Battle set, it really feels like to me probably would have been an extra $20 in both markets. So you're looking at 120 US and 150 Canadian dollars. Instead, now they're able to get, 140 US dollars essentially, and 180 Canadian dollars. So this is definitely a set I would wait to go on sale. I definitely still overall like it. Like, I'm glad they made these aspects. I just feel like they really could have included this body and the lizard in the other set, and then that would have been a perfect, albeit expensive set. In this case, they're able to, give you the illusion that it's cheaper, but if you're a completionist of certain things like I am, chances are you're going to want to get this set just so you can have the lizard character and a full Sandman sort of body to represent from that scene of that movie. But let me know your thoughts on this set in the comments down below. Are you guys a fan of this set? Are you planning on combining it with your other Spider-Man No Way Home Final Battle set, if you happen to have it? Or are you planning to get both now that this set is on the market? Let me know in the comments down below. Please leave a like and subscribe if you have enjoyed, and have a great day, everyone.